I don't know what I've missed, but evidently Monarchs are really good right now. So evidently I've just been in a time capsule recently because there's been a lot of Monarchs kind of poking their head and doing weird things as of late. So the first list we're going to be looking at today is going to be Tribute Stun. And the reason why I make the Monarch point is I'm waiting on a couple more lists to get back to me right now. But yeah, evidently Monarchs, by the way, are having a lot of fun. So Tribute Stun. This is a fun one here. So this was Vito Lamanco reached out to me. It's a member of Sky Limit team. He said Blackmaster 99 on YouTube, and he said he got second place at locals playing Vanity Stun. His only loss was to VW, but you know that happens. But we'll be out praying kids and invoke Cheval, so that's kind of cool. All right, so this is an interesting little take on Tribute Stun. I'm going to be honest with you guys here. Tribute Stun is a very old concept. It does fall underneath the house of Stun, which is you just roll out your one stun monster and laugh at your opponent. So, I mean, how much fun can you have? So we have triple copies of Archlord Christia. I mean, hey, pay 2K on a Mausoleum, roll this out, and laugh at your opponent. We have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Triple copies of Droll and Lockbird. Triple copies of Vanity's Fiend, but of course, triple copies of Numeron Wall, triple copies of Planet Pathfinder, triple copies of Vanity's Fiend, and triple copies of Vanity's Ruler. And then, of course, we have some actual hard built-in protection here through Saravis. Now, the absurd thing with this deck is if you can get the game past turn 1 to like turn 2, and you can produce like multiple of these stun monsters, you've won. Like there's nothing to say about it. It's like GG, well played. We also have triple copies of Saravis. Yeah, we already said that. One copy, Called by the Grave. Triple copies of the Dragonoid or Draconian Generator. This is just going to allow you to produce your more tribute fodder without getting through the field spell. Triple copies of Lance, because we actually have to protect these guys. Who would have guessed? Triple copies of Mausoleum. Triple copies of Memories of Hope for draw power. Triple copies of Numeron Calling. And triple copies of Numeron Network. Alright. Triple copies of Pot of Desires. Triple copies of Pot of Extravagance. We're actually playing Star Blast. Pay any number of life points in multiples of 500 to reduce the level of one monster you control or that is in your hand by 1 for each 500 spent. So, you want to pay 1,000, you can make this no tribute. Alright? Same thing, you can just keep knocking off stars here. Oh, you want to normal summon this? 2K. Sure. Alright, we also have one Terraforming, triple the Monarch Stormforth, and one copy of Upstart Goblin. I like this. We also have triple copies of Utopic Zexal, triple copies of Gate Kaviri, triple copies of Gate Trini, triple copies of Gate Divi, and then triple copies of Gate Akam. We literally just slammed 3 of each in here. We also have triple Lancia, 2 Ghost Bell, 2 Cosmic Cyclone, 2 Forbidden Droplet, 1 Feather Duster, 2 Lightning Storm, and triple copies of Solemn Judgment, wrapping up frickin' Tribute Stun of all things. Like, I loved this deck back in the day. Like, yield Mausoleum. You'd use Mausoleum to bring out Light and Darkness Dragon. You'd basically attempt to pressure your opponent into, well, a bad game state. Now that Yu-Gi-Oh's, effectively sped up, though, it can't quite do as much, but this is some kind of cute stuff here that you can do in a format like this. Next up is Harpies. And if my notes tell me right here, this was sent to me by Matt Levaniski. He said, hey, I've been topping locals for a little while. He said, this is my Harpy list. He also said, there's no Tri-Brigade in here. Alright, so understand that you don't need to play Tri-Brigade to find success in this format. I think it's very important at the end of the day is that players need to realize that you're not always going to have Tri-Brigade, to give you that strong little pat on the back, So we have one copy of Bora the Spear. It's an extender, alright. One copy of Zephyros the Elite. One Cyber Slash frickin' Harpy. One Dark Simorg, triple copies of Harpy Channeler, triple copies of Harpy Harpist, 2 copies of Harpy Lady 1, 1 Harpy Lady Sisters, 2 copies of the Harpy Oracle, triple copies of Harpy Perfumer, 2 copies of the Harpy Queen, 1 copy of Apex Avian, Loop's brother. 1 Thunderbird, 2 copies of Raider's Wing, 1 Singing Lanius, 2 copies of Alluring Mirror Split, 2 copies of Elegant Egotist, 1 Feather Duster, 2 copies of Feather Rest, by the way. I do feel that at points in time this card might not be as good as it's kind of perceived to be, but it depends on your game state. Like, this is locals, so your game state's going to be a little bit slower with all things considered, but interesting. We have 2 copies of Harpies Hunting Ground, triple copies of Hysteric Sign, 1 Astral Force, 1 Soul Shade Force, 2 copies of Swallowness. Man, it's been a little while since I've seen this too. Of course, triple copies of Harpies Featherstorm, and 1 copy of Hysteric Party. Alright, so down here in the extra deck we have 1 Unicare, 2 copies of Simorg, 1 Y-Strix, 2 Force-Strix, 1 Utopia the Lightning, 1 Utopia Prime, 1 Utopic Zexal, 1 Babuska, 1 Utopia, 0 Fine. Man, it's been a little while since I've seen that too. 1 Zeus, 1 Infinity, and 1 Cyber/Harpy Lady. Wrapping up Matt Lovniski's list for you guys. It's Harpies, man. Like, this deck works. Like, Harpies Featherstorm is a good card. Like, some insanity here. All right. We have one of the Monarch lists I actually have. So this was Lino Garcia's list. And I've heard interesting things about this. Nice, nice mass change targets down here for our 1 mass change 2. That's cute. Alright, so what do we got here? So we have triple copies of Aether, the Heavenly Monarch, 2 copies of Erebus, the Underworld Monarch, 2 copies of Karaz, 1 Majesty's Fiend, triple copies of Numeron Wall, 1 copy of Quick Draw Synchron, and triple copies of Vanity's Fiend. You know, unlike Tribute Stun, this is some really cute stuff here. We have 1 Domain of the True Monarchs, 2 copies of Foolish Bro Goods, 1 Instant Fusion. Oh god. Now, what if I Instant Fusion out the Theseus, and then I mass change to the Theseus into the Acid? Because technically you can do that. I don't think it's ever going to happen, but you can in fact do that. Huh. Right? Phew. Alright, sure. We have 1 Numeron Calling, 1 Numeron Network, triple copies of Pantheism, 1 The Return of the Monarchs, 1 Strike of the Monarchs, triple Tenacity, 1 Terraforming, triple copies of Monarch Stormforth, 1 Tuning, so we can get to our quick draw. Then we have triple copies of Dogmatica Punishment and 2 copies of the Prime Monarch here, wrapping up a relatively interesting list. Alright, for the main deck. So we also have Zexal, Cadviri, Devi, and Ikam, Pallades, Durandal, of course, Altamaya, because this is going to be our win con. 1 Prima Donna, 1 Crystal Wing, 1 copy of Theseus, Koga, Darklaw, and Acid, and 2 copies of Venentis. Side deck here we have 2 Godarla, triple Gamma Seal, triple Cosmic Cyclone, triple Dark Ruler No More, 1 Feather Duster, and triple copies of Solemn Judgment. Oh, that's interesting take on this, though. I'm very happy to see that we've actually got the chance to see Tzolk'in back and doing something, at least in something like this. Alright, last list I have for you guys is Cyber Dragons. This is a little bit weird. This was sent to me by Ali Khatib, and there's a lot going on here. So we have 1 basic Cyber Dragon, triple copies of Cyber Dragon Core, 1 Dre, 2 copies of Hers, 1 Naxter, 1 Veer, 2 Ecclesia. Spells, we have 1 Card Demise, triple Cyber Emergency, 1 Cyberload Fusion, triple copies of Forbidden Droplet, triple copies of Nadir Servant, 1 Overload Fusion, and triple Duality. Traps here we have 1 Cybernetic Overflow, 2 Punishment, 2 Ice Dragon's Prison, 2 Needle Sealing, 2 Dynamiscus, triple copies of Solemn Strike, and 2 copies of Torrential Tribute here. Extra deck here we have 1 Frigette, 1 Almirage, 1 Verte, 1 Zeger, 1 Nova with 1 Infinity, 1 copy of Titanclad, 1 Chimera Plagia, of course, 1 Skull Knight, 2 Anintis, 2 Rampage, with 1 Mega Fleet and 1 Fortress. Side deck here we have triple Inspector Border, 1 Ariel, 1 App Cologne, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, triple Evenly Matched, 1 Ice Dragon's Prison, and triple copies of Solemn Judgment. Wrapping up Ali's list for everybody. Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more excellent content. I really do look forward to hearing your guys' opinions on these lists. And I'll see your beautiful faces back later on in the day for some more cool, awesome content. Peace out, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.